Just
Okay. I want you to tell a story.
About what?
About Waterloo. While you're drinking a glass of wine and can actually relax a bit and sit back and...
Well, I'll tell you that I don't know what brought it to mind. I didn't sleep well, and I think about all kinds of things. And they were talking about something on the radio. And what it brought to my mind was, they were asking how did you get started in politics? And when did your interest start? And most of them said that they first heard about Democrats when they were in high school or something. Well, I grew up with it. My mother was a nut, a real political nut, and she had nobody in that little town to talk with about it because nobody else cared two hoots about politics. But she lived and breathed it. She subscribed to the, what do you call it, the daily report of the Congress. What do you call it? Congressional record.
The congressional record.
I lived with congressional records all over the house.
Wow.
Another one came every day except Sunday. And she talked about it. So she talked to herself and she talked to us, but we wouldn't listen. We didn't really listen.
No, yeah.
We would sit around the table for lunch or dinner, and she would never quit talking, telling us what had happened that day in Washington, D.C. And we all just ate, and when dinner was over, we got up and left, and we didn't pay any attention to her. But she had to talk. And I'm thinking back now, poor thing.
Did she write columns in the paper at all?
No. Our paper was...
local news.
Yeah, a little, not little, but a very small paper with nothing in it, but Mr. and Mrs. Jones went to the city yesterday.
Yes.
That was a news item.
Yeah.
And it came out once a week, and it had ads. That's where he got our money. And it became, he got it when it was 400 people in the town paper. And he bought, during my career there in Waterloo, he bought 4 more papers.
Really?
4 other towns.
Expanding.
So he did very well. It was really something for anybody in Waterloo to go to college, and he sent me to college 4 years. Yeah, 2 years in one and 2 in another.
Right. So did he deliver to all those towns then? He probably...
Yes, and he did it in his own car.
Yeah.
Well, what he did, Thursday was print day. He did the whole thing. He set it up on the linotype machine. And he felt blessed that he had this linotype machine. Otherwise, other people did it by hand. And it was about an 8-page paper before he quit, but 4 pages when he started. And he went out and talked to people, got the news, wrote the stories, set them up on the linotype machine, made the thing that prints things, and put it in the big press, and ran the press, and did everything himself.
And delivered the paper.
And on Thursdays, Thursdays was press day, and when he got through about 3 o'clock, my mother had been making packages for the post office all day, because he had about 1,000 people he delivered to. And in the town, he just took 2 dozen or whatever it was, 40 papers down to the post office, and they put one in every
box, yeah.
And because he didn't get any money, if you wanted to subscribe, it was $2 a year. But where he got the money was people advertising.
Doing the ad, yeah.
So, but my mother was just a nut on Congress. And she had her hates and her loves. And she...
Did you talk to her about politics after you'd gone to college, when you were coming back home, or?
Even after I got married and had children, I never talked about politics, because that fed me up when I was young.
But it must have been down deep there, because your mother then, because you're just, in your heyday then, you were very politically active and went on marches and did all this kind of stuff. And
I didn't.
You went up to San Francisco, you did.
Oh, you mean after I was grown and married?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was the thing to do. If I did it, I don't remember.
Well, not everybody went on protest marches and did things like that.
I didn't do anything like that.
Oh,
Where'd you ever get that idea?
Well, okay.
I can't remember ever going on a protest march.
Okay.
No, in fact, I would have probably made fun of people that did. It was beneath me.
But you enjoyed politics in your...
No,
family.
I didn't. I couldn't stand politics because my mother had just made us sick. Wait, listen, we would sit at the table 3 meals a day, and she would never quit talking. But we didn't have, there's no answer. We didn't answer her. We just sat and ate and then got up and left.
What about your father? Was he involved in politics?
No.
No.
Well, only to this extent. In that little town, he was an important man because he edited the paper. And he was, I think he was elected for something or other. And he ran the Douglas County Fair. He was the head of that, and he did things like that.
Yeah, and when you print 1,000 newspapers, then you're speaking to a lot of people, so he could sway things locally.
Yeah, but he tried not to ever take sides on things.
Yeah, well, that's good.
He couldn't. He wasn't that kind anyway. He wasn't a fighter.
But your mother was. She took sides.
My mother was. Yes, sir.
Republican or Democrat? Or did it
I'm
switch?
sure she was. What she would have said, she was a Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they were Republicans. They were the decent ones. The Democrats. This is just an impression I have of my memory. The Democrats were people trying to get up in the world and causing trouble and making, complaining about things, whereas if they just left the Republicans alone, they would have everything going smoothly.
Well, and the era you're talking about is the Roaring '20s too, right? And the early '30s, when things were going up until the Depression set in. It was good times for all.
Right.
Let the good times roll.
Oh yeah. When I was in high school, everything was rosy.
Yeah.
And actually, the bad days started while I was in college, and he had a rough time.
Oh, I bet.
I was a very blessed person in college because I got $25 a month for myself.
In addition to the tuition and that kind of stuff, room and board.
I mean, they paid that, without my being into it. But my dad would always send me $25 a month. That was for fun.
Yeah.
And or some necessity that he didn't know about. And I was in a college that was all rich people.
Okay, well, let's go back to Countdown with Keith Oberman then.